Welcome back to all. Hope all of you are doing well. In the last class, we have seen the three main types of tenses. They are present tense, past tense, and future tense. These three types of tenses are again subdivided into many types. Today, let us learn two types of present tense. They are simple present tense and present continuous tense. First, let us see what is a simple present tense. Simple present tense tells us about an action that happens always, regularly, often, every day, as a routine or as an habitual action. They are used to make general statements. They state a fact that never changes. The sun is round. My friend lives near my house. These two are statements. There are various ways to form the simple present tense. We use the root form of the verb as simple present tense. We add s to the root form of most of the verbs. Example: run, runs. Sit, sits. Next one, add es to the verbs ending in s, sh, ch, z and x. Examples: finish, finishes, fix, fixes, watch, watches, miss, misses. Now the next way to form simple present tense is add s to the verbs ending in vowel and y. Example: lay. Lay becomes lays by adding s to the root form of the verb. Stay becomes stays when we add s to the root form of the verb. Similarly, enjoy becomes enjoys. With the verbs that end with a consonant and y, we add ies after removing the letter y from the verb. For example, the verb dry. From the verb dry, we remove the letter y and add ies. The verb dry becomes dries. Similarly, the verb fly becomes flies. So we have seen how verbs are written in simple present tense. Now let's see, where do we use these forms of verbs in simple present tense when we write it in a sentence? We use the root form of the verb with I, we, you, they and all plural subjects. Look at some examples. We love our parents. Shyam and Ram play basketball on Sundays. I respect my elders. In these three sentences, we have used only the root form of the verb as simple present tense. With the subjects I, we, you, they and all other plural subjects, we use only the root form of the verb as simple present tense. We add s or es to the root form of the verb with the subjects he, she, it and all singular subjects. Remember that with the singular subjects I and you, we use only the root form of the verb, not verb with s or es. Look at the examples. Sonali loves her parents. Shyam plays basketball on Sundays. She respects her parents. In these three sentences, the subjects Sonali, Shyam and she are singular subjects. Now let's see how negative sentences are written in simple present tense. In negative sentences, we use do or does not plus root form of the verb. Look at the examples. We do not play cricket. Next one, he does not play hockey. Keep in mind that with the subjects I, we, you, they and all plural subjects, we use do not plus root form of the verb. And with he, she, it and all singular subjects, we use does not plus root form of the verb. Look at some examples. I do not swim. We do not swim. You do not swim. They do not swim. Ram and Shyam do not swim. Now look at these sentences with singular subjects. Here we use does not plus root form of the verb with the singular subjects. Look at these sentences. He does not swim. She does not swim. It does not swim. Ravi does not swim. Hema does not swim. Here in these sentences, the subjects are singular. So we use does not plus root form of the verb. Now let's see interrogative sentences in simple present tense. In interrogative sentences, we use do or does before the subject and then use the root form of the verb. We use the verbs do or does before the subject in a sentence to form interrogative sentence in present tense. Look at the examples. Do we play cricket? Next one, does he play cricket? Here, in the first sentence, the subject we is plural, so we add do before the subject, and in the second sentence, the subject he is singular and we use does before the subject. So before the singular subject we use does and before the plural subject we use do, and after the subject we use the root form of the verb. Now let us see present continuous tense. Present continuous tense is used to describe an action that is going on at the moment. It is used to express an action that is going on now. Look at these examples. My mother is cooking food for us. This sentence tells us that my mother is cooking now. My mother is in the process of cooking food for us. The cooking is going on now. My mother is in the process of cooking. Look at another sentence. The girls are enjoying themselves. The girls are enjoying now. Present continuous tense is formed as follows. Is or are or am plus ing form of the verb. In the sentence, my mother is cooking food for us, is plus ing form of the verb cooking is used. And in the sentence, the girls are enjoying themselves, are plus ing form of enjoy is used. Now let us see different ways to form ing form of the verb. First, add ing to the root form of most of the verbs. To form the ing form of the verb, we add ing to the root form of the verb for most of the verbs. Example, learn, learning. We add ing to the root form of the verb. Walk, walking. Here also we have added ing to the root form of the verb. Now let's see the second way to form the ing form of the verb. In case of some words, the last letter is doubled before adding ing to the root form of the verb. Example, skip. Before adding ing, we double the letter P. We get skipping, the ing form of the verb skip. The letter P gets doubled. Similarly, the verb jog becomes jogging. The letter G gets doubled. Now let's see the next way to form the ing form of the verb. If a verb ends in E, drop this E before adding ing. For example, the verb write ends in E. We drop this letter E and then add ing to the root form of the verb. Write becomes writing. W-R-I-T-E, write becomes W-R-I-T-I-N-G. Here we dropped the letter E and then added ing to the root form of the verb. Now let's look at the next one. If a verb ends in IE, change IE into Y before adding ing to the root form of the verb. For example, lie, L-I-E, lie. When we change it into the ing form, we drop the letters IE and then add Y, then we add ing. L-Y-I-N-G, lying. Similarly, the verb tie, T-I-E, tie. We drop the letters I-E and we add Y plus ing. T-I-E becomes T-Y-I-N-G, tying. Remember these points when you convert a verb in its ing form. Hope today's lesson was clear to you. We will meet in the next class. Take care. Bye-bye.